My name is Dana. I'm 42, and I live in a small one-bedroom apartment that feels more like a borrowed space than a home. Once, I had a love, so deep most people only dream of it. But I walked away, convinced I could find something greater. I was mistaken. For 17 years, Michael was my husband, my anchor. He wasn't the type to seek the spotlight. His love was in the details. Taking my car for a tune-up before I realized it was due, quietly restocking my favorite tea, or pressing a soft kiss to my temple each morning, no matter what the day before it held. We built a life together, not without flaws, but real. We raised children, paid bills, shared laughter over late-night movies, and occasionally squabbled about who left the dishes in the sink. I was content, or so I believed, but a restlessness began to stir in me, subtle at first, then undeniable. A colleague once described my life as comfortable, and though I brushed it off, the word lingered. Comfortable. Shouldn't that be enough? It no longer felt like it was. I'd scroll through my phone, seeing women in vibrant cities, dancing under starlit skies, living lives that seemed so much bigger than mine. Then I'd catch my reflection, wearing Michael's faded sweater, sorting socks at midnight, and think, is this all there is? That's when Ethan entered my world. He was bold, magnetic, everything Michael wasn't. He saw me, made me feel electric, like I was waking up after years of sleep. He'd praise my laugh, tell me I was destined for more than my quiet routine. I soaked up every word. What began as casual coffee breaks became secret messages. Then a betrayal I hid from Michael. The shame was heavy, but I buried it, telling myself I deserved this rush. One evening, I came home to find Michael sitting in the dark, his face lined with weariness. He looked at me, voice soft but steady, and asked, "Are you with someone else?" My silence answered for me. I packed a suitcase, convincing myself I was choosing freedom, a new beginning. Michael didn't shout or plead. His eyes, filled with a grief so raw it felt like he was already letting me go, met mine. "I hope you get what you want," he said. I turned and left. Ethan was a whirlwind at first. Trips to new places, nights that felt like they belonged in a novel, but his affection was fleeting. He didn't cherish my habits or notice my quiet struggles. He loved the chase, the idea of me, until it faded. One day he looked at me, his voice cold, and said, "You're too much." Then he was gone, leaving nothing behind. I reached out to Michael, desperate to mend what I'd shattered. But he had cut me off, not out of cruelty, but to heal. I tried calling old friends, but most had chosen his side. "He was good to you," they'd say. "What more did you need?" I had no answer that held weight. I didn't leave because Michael was unkind or life was unbearable. I left because I was chasing a feeling, thinking it would fill the void inside me. I was wrong. 2 years later, I live alone. My children keep their distance. My phone stays silent. And at night, I lie awake, Michael's name a faint whisper on my lips, a memory I can't reclaim. I see him sometimes online, his smile brighter now, hiking trails, living fully. He's with someone new, someone who values the steady love he gives. I'm glad for him. He deserves that light. I didn't. If you have someone who loves you in the small ways, who remembers your quirks, who stand by you without fanfare, hold them close. Don't trade their calm for a fleeting thrill, thinking it will make you whole. I left the man who gave me everything, and now I carry only regret, and the shadow of a life I could have kept. The quiet love you overlook is often the one you'll ache for when it's gone.